Hi, in this video I'm going to share 5 tips to help you move away from worrying about making mistakes towards being able to better express your ideas. Worrying about mistakes is possibly one of the worst things you can do with regards to your fluency. Being able to focus on your message is possibly one of the best things you can do to improve your fluency. So here are my 5 tips to help you do that. Tip number 1. Make sure that if you have an important situation coming up, such as an exam, an interview, a presentation, you give yourself enough time to prepare. The preparation time is really when you want to work on your vocabulary, your grammar, your pronunciation, all those kinds of things that you need to succeed in your task. If you're taking an exam, this is the time to really familiarize yourself to the task types. If you're working for an interview, this is the time to practice different question types, maybe with a friend, maybe with a teacher, whoever it is. If it's a presentation, this is the time to get your smartphone out, record yourself and watch yourself. But practice, practice, practice. Tip number 2 is when you are practicing to separate accuracy and fluency. Don't try and practice accuracy and fluency together. So work on accuracy, really it's things like learning grammar, learning vocabulary, or doing speaking tasks that train you to use a specific piece of language. Fluency tasks are really kind of what I'm doing now. It's just talking and allowing yourself to talk. So if we think of the exam student, perhaps you go where you learn some topic vocabulary, but then you have to come back and practice the speaking task. Maybe sometimes setting yourself a challenge, I'm going to use all this vocabulary. And the next time you forget the vocabulary and you just talk. If you're doing an interview, again, you might be trying to use specific vocabulary related to your field, but at some point, you have to be able to answer their questions naturally and spontaneously, and that needs fluency work. Tip number 3, and again, this is a study habit really, and that's to record yourself, right? We've all got smartphones now. We all have the ability to make recordings of ourselves. Now I know nobody likes it, I don't like it, but it's such a useful tool. So you need to make a recording of yourself doing whatever speaking task it is that you're working for, and then listen to yourself. And there are 2 ways that you can listen to yourself. One way is to listen for all the problems and all the mistakes, and the other way is to listen for good stuff, because whatever you may think of your speaking, I'm pretty sure that there will be positives in it as well. And my suggestion is that you could alternate. One time you listen for problems, one time you listen for positives, or you set yourself a number. I'm going to listen for 2 mistakes that I'm going to change, and I'm going to listen for 3 positive things. And I hope you noticed that there were less mistakes and more positives. So train yourself to notice the good stuff in your speaking. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is really simply to accept that you are going to make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and it's okay to do so. If you are working for an exam, you should know that even at CPE level, the examiners are not expecting perfection. And moreover, the examiners are trained to mark you in a positive way, so they are listening for the good things you do. They're not listening necessarily for mistakes. They want to hear all the good stuff that you can do. If you've got an interview or a presentation, people are far more interested in your thoughts and your opinions than in your grammar. And native speakers, unless they are trained like me as an English teacher, they don't care at all about your mistakes. They simply don't care. They probably won't notice. So when you hear yourself make a mistake, don't stop, don't panic. It's okay. Just let the mistake go into the past and just keep talking, keep expressing your message. And tip number 5, really practice focusing on your message and not your mistakes. So obviously, when you're in a speaking exam, you are being assessed on your accuracy, but you're being assessed on other things too. And I think too often learners and teachers get too worried about the accuracy side, and we forget to work on the communication side. So those speaking exams, it's all about communication. That accuracy is just a part of it. When learners are able to focus on their message and communicate their ideas, what usually happens actually is the accuracy improves. It doesn't drop. So by focusing on your message, see, I made a mistake. By focusing on your message, you will actually bring benefits to the whole of your language. My name is Sarah. I'm an English teacher and language anxiety coach. I help people overcome the fear of speaking and using English. If you would like to read more about this topic, please click the link below. That will take you to my Facebook page, where you can read a short post about how you can better focus on your message and stop worrying about your mistakes. Thank you for watching.